History often remembers kings, queens, and warriors. But hidden in the background were people who truly sustained civilizations. The farmers. Their names are forgotten, their lives rarely written down. Yet, every empire and every kingdom depended on their work. To witness the simple, forgotten daily life of ancient farmers. As the first light of dawn touched the fields, the farmer was already awake. Before the sun rose high and the heat of the day became unbearable, a woman ground grain with heavy stone tools, preparing flour for bread. Children carried water from the well or river in clay pots. Animals, goats, cows, or oxen were fed before the humans ate. Breakfast was not a feast, just a piece of flatbread, sometimes dipped in oil or porridge made from barley, simple, but enough to give strength for the long day ahead. The farmer's world was bound to the soil, with wooden plows tied to oxen. Furrows were cut through the earth. Seeds were scattered by hand, sometimes carefully, sometimes hurriedly. There were no machines, no shortcuts. Every harvest depended on the balance of rain and sun. A dry season meant hunger. A good season meant survival. Irrigation canals were dug by hand, carrying water from rivers. Men, women, and even children worked side by side. Farming was not just an occupation, it was the rhythm of life itself. When the sun stood high, tools were laid aside. The family ate together in the shade of a tree or by the field. Meals were plain, bread, beans, or lentils. After a brief rest, the work continued. There was little time to waste, for seasons passed quickly, and the fields did not wait. Farming was not only about survival. It was about community. Neighbors helped each other during planting and harvest. When crops were good, villages celebrated with festivals, songs, dances, and prayers gave thanks for food. Markets were held where grain, livestock, and pottery were exchanged. Coins were rare. Most trade was done by barter: grain for tools, wool for salt. Life was simple, but deeply connected. The last chores were done before nightfall. Inside mud brick or wooden houses, oil lamps flickered. Families gathered around small fires. Stories were told. Children listened to the wisdom of elders. There was no rush, no noise, only the slow rhythm of life, guided by the land. These ancient farmers are rarely mentioned in history books. Their names are gone, their lives mostly forgotten. But without them, kingdoms would have starved, armies would have collapsed, and civilizations would have never risen. The farmer's life was simple. It was hard, but it was also timeless. And it reminds us that history was not only shaped by kings and battles, but also by the quiet hands that planted seeds in the earth. The forgotten daily life of ancient farmers still echoes in every meal we eat today.